Well, Coach, is there a theme that can, I don't know, you approach your players about how to make that next move now from challenging the top two teams in the Summit to coming out on the other side of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing we've been talking a lot about right now is just a little bit of heart, a little bit of toughness. There's plays throughout the course of 40 minutes that probably make up that difference. At this point in the season, we still are going to have, we're still going to be doing teaching every single day in practice, and there's still, things we can learn and get better at. But at the end of the day, there's not going to be these massive changes that you're going to see. And so it really does come down to execution and probably fine-tuning some of the really minute details, and whether it's a rebound, or a box out, so that you can secure that rebound. Maybe it's, off-ball positioning, being one step further or closer to where you're supposed to be, further in help side. So it's just very, very little things that probably make up the difference. And, going back and watching some of these games, there's some 50-50 balls I'd like to see us come up with. And I do think at the end of the day, those make up the difference. So our team's putting in the effort or the time outside of practice. And I know that that's happening. I know that the mindset is there. And I do believe that our team can get there. We just, gotta show it when it comes, when the lights turn on, the game time comes.
Is that a interesting fine line to walk in terms of how you feel or portray how you feel about coming up close with North Dakota State and South Dakota State? I'm sure on one hand it's encouraging some of the signs you're seeing, but it's also I'm sure you're wanting them to fight for that win too.
No doubt. We're not satisfied with close. And I don't think anyone walks into our film room or our locker room and is patting ourselves on the back saying, hey, good job, guys. It was a really close game. That's not where we're at all. I think we're saying we're doing enough good things to put us in that position, but there's also enough things that we can do better to take us over that edge. And again, you look at a game like that, I thought rebounding was an adventure for us at times. We needed to get a little bit better. Probably had too many turnovers, and we definitely sent them to the free throw line too many times. So the defending without fouling. So you put some of those together, there's absolutely ways that we can see how the picture needs to come together. And again, I just think it's little details. It's little details that are probably not exciting to anybody. And probably not noticed by most. Defense is not like the most exciting film anyone's going to watch, because a great possession probably just means people got to the right spot and nothing crazy happened, right? And so we're really just talking about fine details about the things we need to improve.
What's unique about St. Thomas? What stands out to you about that matchup here? Well,
they have two incredibly talented guards, from a point guard at Jade Hill. She's a kid that's been starting her entire career, incredibly quick, can get downhill, so a tough guard. And then you add Amber Scalia to that too. Can really stretch the floor, can shoot, has some good athleticism, an incredibly confident player. And then a post player inside. They're going to put two people on the floor that are going to go at us inside a little bit, similar to what we saw with NDSU, with some really good size. So, I mean, they have a really good balance of inside game and their perimeter play. They're a team that their record does not indicate the team they are. In the non-conference schedule, I watched a couple games and thought, wow, this is going to be a really, really tough team. And they kind of slumped maybe a little bit towards the start of Summit League play, but they seem like they've, come out of that now and are starting to play more to the level that they're capable of. But it's their balance, their guard play, as well as, inside with Joe Langbin. They're a handful.
Was there anything from last week's game that you really liked seeing from your team that you're hoping they carry over into this week?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's some individual play that we're going to be excited about. I know Fatima had a phenomenal game for us inside, and I think, showed a little bit of the defensive presence that she can be. And quite honestly, our team fought really hard. I think that the effort that we're asking for on a night in, night out basis, I think we're seeing that. And that's where, there's a fine line between, what is the defensive effort needed? What's the defensive discipline needed? I'm seeing a lot of really good effort. Now it's the discipline to do the right thing, be in the right position, make the right play. Because playing hard is a lot of it. It's not everything. All the good teams do that, and so now it's just about, again, those details. But yeah, there's certainly a lot of really good things out of this game. And we're shooting the ball so well right now. I think that's the biggest thing is our shooting percentages have skyrocketed since we've started conference play. And that's not like a surprise to us. We know why that's happening. Walk up in that gym right now and you'll see. But there's a lot of things that are happening that we're doing well. We just got to put kind of both sides of the ball together, I think.
I know you just talked about those little pieces, but what ultimately do you think needs to happen in order to get you guys back on that winning path?
Yeah, I mean, it's the course of 40 minutes making those winning plays. And those winning plays are simple things like sliding your feet, walling up defensively instead of fouling. It's getting over to help side so that they don't enter the ball inside when we aren't looking for that thing to get entered. It's winning a 50-50 ball. There's a ton of different things. I'm going to focus more heavily on the defensive side. I think the offensive side, everyone gets excited about. Everyone loves shooting the ball. Everyone loves creating the drive, making the pass, doing those things. That's the fun stuff. It's the defensive stuff that I think that I'm very heavily focused on that will make the difference. And so we're early in the year. Defense was maybe giving us a chance to win games. And the offense maybe wasn't there yet. I think it's kind of flipped right now where offense is really putting us in a position, and now defensively we've got to pick it back up.